What does hope mean to you? Is it taking that extra step or just standing up? Is it running that extra mile or just walking down the stairs? Everyone defines hope differently, but at Surgenics, we want you to ask for more. We're giving hope back to patients by pioneering the next generation of medicine. Leveraging unprecedented quality, safety, and value, our products represent our vision that treatment can be different, that it can rekindle hope. Every member of our staff is dedicated to the vision that hope can be more than a dream for tomorrow, but with passion and commitment, can be something we can pioneer today. Welcome to Surgenics, where hope isn't a concept, it's a reality.
If I could read your mind, love.
Good afternoon, Phoenix. It's 2 o'clock Sunday, time for Need to Read, where we promote reading for fun, profit, and understanding the development of habitual critical thinking. And I'm going to try to stare at this camera and let you see my shirt. I'm going to let you see my shirt because I'm dedicated to promoting world peace, but not through the normal means that most people talk about. Here, if I can keep myself in order here. And then also I've talked about on the show quite a bit about the bookmarkers, landscape bookmarkers. And I just wanted to show the people on YouTube. I know this camera up here probably can't see that very well, but we can zoom in on this. And the people on YouTube or however this is recorded on the internet can see a couple of these bookmarkers that I have right here that my friend makes and laminates and sells. And I'm doing a promotional as far as just to get attention. If you need a bookmarker, I'll send you a bookmarker. And so you just have to give me a call, and then we can arrange that. Like I was saying, this show is dedicated to promoting reading for fun, profit, and understanding, because everything around us that we see, this incredible modern world that we have, is made possible only by the ability to read and write and pass all this information on to the next generation. I have with me in studio today, I have Andrew, my grandson, my first grandson.
Hey, how's it going?
And I have Nick, which is actually my Sarah's last. And you're my third grandson, I believe. Or second or third?
Second,
that's right. Oh, that's right. And my other grandchild is a daughter.
yes.
Andrew's sister. So,
Yeah.
and
She's currently going into
and your
labor.
sister too as well. And she is currently going into labor, and we might get a report from Sarah about the progress sometime in the middle of the show. I'm sorry, I forgot the chronology of what's going on here. Yeah, and last week we had Angela's husband on here, Justin. And so he's my grandson-in-law, so to speak. And so we're putting this show on the internet. We're trying to get some attention to the younger generation, and that's part of the reason I have these younger kids on here. I call them kids. You're 18, right, Nick?
Yeah.
And Frank, Andrew, you're 23
no,
or
24.
24?
Jeez, you're old.
24, yeah.
You're 24. You see how time does fly. I didn't realize you were quite that old. Jeez. Then Eric, my son, your uncle, who's a little bit younger than you, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's
probably
basically like my brother.
Yeah,
He's like
right.
my-
But he's like
that's-
23, right?
You guys were the worst when I was younger because you would always play pranks on me as a kid.
Oh, we'd play pranks on Allon too, while he was sleeping. Like
Right.
One thing
yeah.
you did was that you did that trick where you put shaving cream on my hand and then you started tickling my nose. To
Oh,
where
yeah. Oh yeah.
Jeez.
It's always fun.
Well, you can see,
Always.
as you can see, everybody, this show, we will talk about anything we like, including the kitchen sink. Is that silly enough for you guys?
Is
You know
that a
how-
phrase?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
a
lot
phrase.
of dirty dishes in my kitchen sink right now.
Shocker. You're
Well,
saying
hey,
that you
listen.
don't clean the house?
Listen, if you just rinse the food off, you can leave dirty dishes in the sink. Because then you can you can let them build up in the washable. But if you don't rinse the food off, and then it becomes a health hazard besides being pretty disgusting and whatnot. So make sure you rinse the food off before you put them in the sink, and you can let them. You don't have to wash each plate, as you use it. 4 or 5 plates, especially,
I know. Trust me, I know. I've lived with you.
Okay, so
I know how it is.
That
so
was a part
this
of
show
our lives.
this show is sponsored in part by Attention to Detail Mobile Hand Car Wash. As you know, your uncle Moses runs that, and sometimes we even help him. I helping wash cars. I scheduled for him. As a matter of fact, just Tuesday, we're going to wash the school bus at the charter school down on Jesse Owens. And so we do a good job, and so we try to do the best we can, and like we would want someone to do it if we were paying for it. And so our number is 602-725-6895. We're also sponsored in large part by Surgenics, the people who supplied the serum that they injected into my knees, and my knees are doing fantastic. I really have not been this free of pain for as long as I have been. I really believe they're really helping out. And Dr. Sabetti was the doctor that injected it. Surgenics is the laboratory that preserved it with, I think it's nitrogen, frozen nitrogen right now. And then when it was ready, they took some of my blood and mixed it. And Dr. Sabetti's number is 480-820-5026. And he will, if you need financing for that, you can talk to your mom does that. Sarah does that. Mm-hmm. Helps people be able to afford that. Yeah. So now we have later on I'll give out his number again, Dr. Sabetti and his associate Sherazad Green, Dr. Sherazad Green. She's a nutritionist, a pharmacist that helps him with his medicines, and we'll give that number out again throughout the show. And Surgenics, we remind you about Surgenics. You can look them up if you need any information about stem cells and on amniotic membranes and what the part of the placenta stuff is where they get the stem cells. Just look it up on the internet. We have some elections coming up, and the midterm elections are coming up, and not just the midterms for the federal government, but also all kinds of local and state issues that are coming up. We have some primaries coming up this month, I think, and then of course we have the general election in November, and we want to get you guys' input on it. I've taken all this first segment of the show to talk about our sponsors, talk about what the show does, about how important it is to read and be able to understand words and decipher lies from truth. And
it's impossible, especially here in America. You honestly cannot tell the truth from lies anymore.
Well, actually, it takes work, but you can.
It does take work that no one wants to put in.
That's the other thing.
As simple as it can be.
That's why the catchy phrase is used so much. You want a catchy phrase to try to make people remember with that catchy phrase. They also will try to maybe hark back to what it is you said about all kinds of things. But actually, it's the catchy phrase that keeps their attention, and too often that catchy phrase is couched in illogic, just some stupid thing that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to get you guys I think when we come back from the break, because we're going to be going to a break here just pretty shortly, I imagine. Okay, so we got a few more minutes. I never can tell. I look at the clock. And it says this, and then sometimes we go to break. But she'll be giving me some signals here in a minute. And so we're talking about one of the big issues coming up that's going to probably be very influential to the election is the migrant children that are coming over. And with adults that are their parents sometimes and sometimes not. Sometimes there's absolute proof that some of these kids are being brought over by people who are not their parents or not even related to them, but are basically traffickers. People who traffic in people and in drugs and other stuff too. They've been really preying on them. And so, as you know, you guys associate mostly with kids your age, so to speak,
No.
No?
I hang out with a lot of old people.
You hang out with a lot of old people. Okay. So what is it you're hearing? How do you feel about it, and what is it you're hearing about these kids that are coming over?
Well, I think, why does America have to be taking in everybody? Where's the United Nations right now? I mean, if, I know all the countries have their problems. I don't know why everyone...
Well, the United Nations isn't a place you can just go to.
I know, but they're also a thing where they can help out.
It's the same thing where it's
have some sort of input on it. I don't know why why is America always just taking in immigrants, which I really don't care. It's there's obviously enough room.
Wasn't this land founded on immigrants?
It was. It definitely was. That's true. I'm just saying, I don't know why it's everyone's go-to. Everyone's go-to.
Every nation says that. They're like, we should take in immigrants. Every single nation, some people in that nation will say that.
Yeah.
Germany, Sweden, England.
Well, unfortunately, they're taking in immigrants, and the immigrants are not assimilating, but forming their own. And that happens also in this country. I mean, you have Chinatown is common, and many parts of the city. There's mostly Mexican, other parts mostly black, other parts mostly. I mean,
true.
We have a Chinatown here in Phoenix. Not much of one. Not like San Francisco or New York or L.A., but it's a little one here, a little.
Like if you go to Anthem, you rarely see a brown person there.
That's so not true. That's so
saying.
Not true.
Well,
I live there.
That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. I've been there.
Well, your opinion's wrong.
But
okay.
Is it really? Is it really? What's the percentage of Hispanic or darker skinned people that live in Anthem?
It's a minority, but it's not the 0%
Right. Well,
that
okay.
you
What
said.
about
0%, but I'm saying you
what
rarely
about
will run
blacks?
into it.
What about blacks?
On occasion, not too often, but
See?
also
Occasion.
Well, okay. So
it's
wait,
not like
do you
none
know
of
what
them
the
go to the
percentage?
school and it's just all white school.
Right.
There's
No,
definitely-
there's
I'm
mixed
just saying
in there.
There's certain parts.
Okay,
that are
so
more
mostly,
of a
but
certain
mostly is based not actually on race, but it's based on economics, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we're a big distinction that really needs to be explored some more. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back and we're going to explore that question. So we'll be right back in just a few. All right.
Pharmaceutical compounding is the art and science of preparing personalized medications. Compounding pharmacists are able to tailor each prescription to fit your individual needs as recommended by your physician. So when would a person get a compounded medication? Well, there are many reasons, but one could be is if a person was on a medication that was previously manufactured but is no longer available. In that case, we can order the raw active ingredient and make that medication right here in our state-of-the-art lab. Another possibility would be if a patient had an allergy or intolerance to any of the fillers and dyes within the manufactured drug. We can make that medication without those ingredients. Or perhaps a drug is particularly bitter. We have flavors and sweeteners that any child, adult, or animal will enjoy. Here at Community Clinical Pharmacy, we realize medication is not one size fits all. We offer competitive cash prices, accept most major insurances, and can deliver the medication right to your door. Our compounding pharmacists have over 100 years experience, and we have the knowledge and resources required to make clinical recommendations to you and to your physician. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 480-969-0600 or visit us at our website, communityclinicalrx.com.